Well, you talked about government, Matt, and one of the things that came to my mind is being compliant with Alyssa's law. Can you go into a little bit about how Singlewire is helping organizations do just that?
Yeah, absolutely. Most organizations right now are interested in really two things. There is the protocols that are in place that they need to follow for emergency situations. So I don't know if you all are familiar with Alice protocol, but we can dive into that a little bit. And then there's also the actual compliance laws. So Alyssa's law. And Alyssa's law is an interesting one because there are several different states that have their own version of the law. And then you have certain people that are following the letter of the law versus others that are following the spirit of the law, right? So I'll give you an example, right? Letter of the law communication in certain states require there to be a panic button in each school. And if you press that panic button, it'll send out a text message and a phone call, and that technically meets the letter of the law. But the spirit of the law is we should have a panic button probably in every classroom. So if there's an emergency that pops up, we press that button, and then not only does it just send a text message out, but it sends an alert out to the local security resource officers across all of their devices so that they're made aware and can come and assist. That we alert local PSAP so they can immediately make their way over and start assisting. And then we can do other things like lock down the building and make sure that, people aren't, that person isn't able to just freely walk through the facility in the midst of an emergency. There's a lot of different ways that we contribute to that. And that actually bleeds right into, what we're doing as far as like the Alice protocol stuff. So let's kind of walk through that. So if you're not familiar with Alice, it's an acronym. And what it stands for is alert, lockdown, inform, counter, and evacuate. Okay, that's what your Alice stands for. So alert is all around being able to initiate emergency notifications from wherever you're located. Okay. And that is what is so convenient. That's what basically ties right into Alyssa's law. You got your panic button that's conveniently located. But now we work with some great solutions that are out there that create these wearable badges. And now you've got a panic button wherever you're located. So like Centegix, Contact.io, both of them offer great solutions there. But you press the button and it registers either to the nearest access point or to a portal beam, which they provide. And it tells you with room level accuracy where that user is located.
Position agent. Yep. Yeah.
Right? And then obviously, if maybe you forget that badge, right? You still got stationary panic buttons. You can also use your IP phones, but it's all around initiating that alert from wherever you're located. And then the first thing that's supposed to happen from there is you're supposed to initiate into a lockdown procedure. So that is where you get an alert out to everybody that's within a specific facility that says, all right, we are now in a lockdown state. We do that with either tying through the overhead systems, putting notifications on desktops. Again, going back to that conversation earlier, whatever infrastructure you have, we're going to take advantage of that to make sure that you understand this is a lockdown situation. And then it comes down to the I, which is the inform piece of this. And that is making sure that the proper people are informed, right, during that emergency. And that can mean a lot of different things. So one is you want to make sure that the PD is made aware. And then they should get all of the rich detail with that too, right? This is a certain type of situation. This is where they're located within the facility and so on. But then there's actually a whole lot of internal communication that needs to take place as well, right? So let's say, for example, we have security resource officers and administrators and then so on. One of the things that Informacast can actually do is tie all of those people into the same chat space, into like a WebEx space, and they can communicate about the ongoing situation that's happening. And then right from that same space can send further notifications. So prime example, let's say somebody initiated a lockdown alert, but now the situation's all clear. We can initiate an all clear and everyone's on the same page about why that all clear was initiated and by the first real-time communication. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, and then it gets into counter and then of course evacuate, and Informacast does a fantastic job there with that as well as sending the alert out to evacuate a facility or what have you.